Hey Brainiacs, how you guys doing today? I'm Cam's Brain, and I'd like to thank you for tuning in to another episode of My Humble Opinion. If you're new here, we've been talking about the 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. Each week we take a parable and we break it down every Sunday at 8 p.m. Today is no exception. We're going to be talking about the 15th Law of Power, and that is crush your enemies totally. Now, I usually always start this by saying the 48 Laws of Power is a book of manipulation. Some people don't like that. Some people love it. I think that it's okay that it's a book of manipulation because at the end of the day, the reality of the situation is this world isn't pretty. And at the end of the day, you have to be aware of the negative things around you. So it's very important and it's very vital to make sure that you know when you have an enemy that's possibly looking to crush you by any means necessary. Now, there's a lot of different sayings to this, right? You start a fight, I'll finish it. I'm trying to think of some other sayings as it relates to crushing your enemies totally. But the concept of it is this, right? Be aware of people that are out to get you. Be aware of people that are going to try to take what you have, and make sure that you understand that when somebody crosses that line and they're trying to take something from you, you're able to stop that and eliminate that threat at all costs. That's spiritually, that's in business, that's in finances, that's in anything. Again, I don't think there's anything manipulative about this. At the end of the day, if you're in a relationship with a significant other and you see somebody that's trying to come on to your significant other, you see somebody that is seeking interest in this person that you're with, and you're with them, at the end of the day, you need to eliminate that threat. You need to crush that enemy at all costs. You need to let them know, hey, look, I'm not going to stand for this. This isn't how this is going to go down. There's rules, regulations, boundaries, and guidelines that we have to abide by in a relationship. Same thing with business. If you have somebody that's going to take what you do without your permission, or if you have somebody that's doing what you do and they have kind of taken your formula and they're not respectful enough to let you know what they're doing without getting your permission, you have to eliminate that threat. You have to send a cease and desist, get your lawyers involved, make sure you're reaching out to them, making sure they understand that this isn't something that you're going to go for. And the same thing with your mental health, just having peace in your heart, knowing who you should be around. If there's somebody in your life that's causing you harm, causing you hurt, causing you anguish, causing you pain, at the end of the day, you need to eliminate that immediately. Eliminate that threat. Crush that enemy completely, because that's what it is at the end of the day. If somebody isn't in your life to support you in a positive way, help you grow and become a better individual, then at the end of the day, that is not somebody that you need to be around. Same thing in a spiritual aspect. If you find yourself in a situation where you're not being spiritually fed, if you're not growing as a person, and you're around certain things that is allowing you to stay stagnant in your life and in your finances, in your spirituality, how you feel when you wake up, how you feel when you go to sleep. If you're around something or someone that's allowing you to feel negatively, you need to crush that immediately. The enemy can be tons of different things. If you're not allowing yourself to grow as an individual, you could be your own enemy. The enemy can be somebody that is pushing you the wrong way. It can be, like I said, yourself not allowing yourself to grow. It could be a ton of different things. But the reality of life and the reality of certain situations that you find yourself in, how I always say, is going to always be being aware of yourself, your surroundings, how you want your life to look. Once you figure out how you want your life to pan out, once you figure out who you want to become and what you feel like you need to do to get there, you take this book, or you take these laws of power, or you take whatever self-help book you read, whatever religious book you read, and you implement that into your everyday life so that you can become a better person, so that you can become a better individual. So yeah, annihilating your enemy totally, I completely agree with that. I believe it's completely important. I don't think it's a manipulative thing. I think it's a very healthy thing to know what you should entertain and what you shouldn't entertain. And at the end of the day, what's going to always be more important to you it should be you. At the end of the day, the one thing that should always be the most important to you is yourself. And if there's anybody else that is allowing you not to be yourself at its full potential, if there's anything else, whether it be drugs, alcohol, vices, anything of that nature that is allowing you to not be the best person you can be, that's your enemy. And you need to eliminate that. You need to crush it immediately and totally. But you guys let me know how you feel about this. Leave your comments down below. Make sure you subscribe and make sure you turn on your notification bells. Let's get involved. Let me know if you agree with what I'm saying, if you disagree, if you think this is manipulative, or if you feel like it's not manipulative. Share some experiences where you felt like you yourself had to annihilate, had to crush your enemy totally and completely. At the end of the day, I have tons of experiences where I had to realize, look, this person here is gonna put me in a bad way, so I'm gonna completely leave them alone. A personal experience where I had to do this very thing is in business, when I had somebody that got with me because they wanted to learn what I was doing, but they decided to do what I was doing by themselves without letting me know, and that became a threat. They became an enemy when they decided to not communicate with me properly. So, like I said earlier, I got lawyers involved, I got cease and desist papers involved, I got all sorts of things involved to let them know that I was not to be played with. And that goes into a plethora of different things that you're gonna go through in your life, where you realize you're gonna have to continue to protect and guard your heart, your mind, and your finances. But like I said before, y'all make sure y'all leave y'all comments down below. This is my humble opinion. I am Cam's Brain, and I'll see you next time. Peace.